Welcome back to Man of Thoughts. Today we're diving deep into the unsettling underbelly of your psyche. We're not just talking about your run-of-the-mill anxieties or that recurring nightmare about showing up to work naked. Buckle up because we're about to explore 10 mind-bending psychological facts that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about yourself, and maybe even reality itself. Trust me, after this, you'll never look at a doorway the same way again. You might even start second-guessing your own thoughts. You know that feeling when you trip and fall flat on your face in public? The immediate wave of shame, the heat creeping up your neck, the desperate hope that nobody saw. Well, what if I told you that embarrassing stumble might actually make people like you more? It's called the pratfall effect, and it suggests that showing your flaws, making mistakes, can actually make you appear more human, more relatable. But here's the twist. What if someone's meticulously crafting those mistakes? What if those endearing flaws are nothing more than a carefully constructed facade, a way to lure you in, to gain your trust? Think about it. A seemingly clumsy waiter spills wine on you, prompting apologies and a free dessert. A politician fumbles through a speech, appearing vulnerable and endearing. A charming stranger trips on the sidewalk, bumping into you and sparking a conversation. Are these genuine blunders or calculated maneuvers designed to exploit your trust? The line between endearing flaws and manipulative tactics can be terrifyingly thin. So next time someone makes a blunder, before you offer your sympathy, pause. Consider the context. Observe their behavior. Is it genuine clumsiness or something more sinister lurking beneath the surface? The pratfall effect reminds us that even our flaws can be weaponized, and that's a truly unsettling thought. We've all been there. You walk into a room, convinced everyone's staring at you, judging your every move, dissecting your outfit, whispering about that embarrassing stain on your shirt. But here's a secret, they're not. This is the spotlight effect in action, the tendency to overestimate how much others notice our appearance or behavior. The truth is, we're all stars of our own internal narratives. But to everyone else, we're just extras in the background. But here's where it gets creepy. What if someone is hyper-aware of this effect, manipulating it to their advantage? Imagine a predator blending seamlessly into the crowd, knowing that their actions are barely registering on your radar. They can observe you, study your weaknesses, even follow you, all while remaining safely hidden within the anonymity of the crowd. They become the puppeteer, and you, the oblivious puppet, dancing to their tune. The spotlight effect is a chilling reminder that we're often blind to the dangers lurking in plain sight. We're so consumed by our own self-consciousness that we fail to notice the subtle cues, the fleeting glances, the unsettling patterns that hint at something sinister unfolding around us. The next time you feel the spotlight's glare, remember, it's probably just in your head. But that doesn't mean you're safe. We've all experienced that frustrating moment when you walk into a room and completely forget why you're there. It's called the doorway effect, and it suggests that the act of passing through a doorway can trigger a mental reset, wiping your short-term memory clean. Scientists believe it's our brains compartmentalizing information, associating different memories with different physical spaces. But what if this effect is more than just a neurological quirk? What if doorways are more than just physical thresholds? Imagine a world where doorways are portals, not just between rooms, but between realities. Each time you pass through, you leave behind fragments of yourself, your memories, your identity. The person who emerges on the other side is slightly altered, subtly different. Over time, these fragments accumulate, creating a trail of forgotten selves scattered across the landscape of your life. The doorway effect suggests that our memories are fragile, easily disrupted, and perhaps even manipulated. It hints at the unsettling possibility that our identities are not as solid as we believe, that we're constantly shedding pieces of ourselves with every step we take, every threshold we cross. And the most terrifying part, we may never even realize it's happening. You're walking down a dark street and you hear a scream. Someone's in trouble, but you hesitate. You look around and you see others have heard it too, but they're doing nothing. You tell yourself, Someone else will call the police, or maybe it's nothing. This is the bystander effect in its most chilling form. The more people present during an emergency, the less likely any individual is to help. We diffuse responsibility, assuming someone else will take action. But what if this inaction is more than just apathy? What if it's orchestrated? Imagine a scenario where a group of bystanders are not simply indifferent, but complicit. They've been conditioned, manipulated, perhaps even threatened to remain silent, to become passive observers of a carefully orchestrated crime. The victim's cries fall on deaf ears, not because of indifference, but because of fear. The bystander effect highlights the unsettling power of group dynamics. It shows how easily we can be swayed by the inaction of others, how quickly we can rationalize our own passivity in the face of suffering. The next time you witness an emergency, remember your inaction could be part of a larger, more sinister plan. Don't be a bystander, be the one who breaks the silence. We all know that one person who's supremely confident in their abilities, despite a blatant lack of skill or knowledge. They're the ones who dominate conversations with uninformed opinions, who confidently offer terrible advice, who seem completely oblivious to their own incompetence. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect in action. The less competent you are, the more likely you are to overestimate your abilities. But here's where it gets truly unsettling. What if this overconfidence is a weapon? Imagine someone so deluded by their own perceived brilliance that they become blind to the consequences of their actions. They make disastrous decisions, wreak havoc on the lives of others, all while basking in the glow of their self-proclaimed genius. They become walking disasters, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake, fueled by an unshakable belief in their own brilliance. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a stark reminder that ignorance can be a dangerous weapon. It shows how easily we can be misled by misplaced confidence, how quickly we can fall prey to the charisma of the incompetent. The next time you encounter someone who seems too confident for their own good, proceed with caution. Their ignorance might be more dangerous than you think. You're given a sugar pill, told it's a miracle cure, and suddenly you start feeling better. This is the placebo effect, a testament to the power of belief. Our minds can trick our bodies into healing, into experiencing real effects from fake treatments. But what if this power of belief can be used for more sinister purposes? Imagine a scenario where someone is given a placebo, but told it's a poison. They experience real symptoms, real pain, real fear, all because they believe they've been poisoned. Their mind, convinced of its own demise, begins to shut down, manifesting the very symptoms they fear. The placebo becomes a weapon, not of healing, but of harm. The placebo effect reminds us that our beliefs can have a profound impact on our physical reality. It suggests that the line between mind and body is blurry, easily manipulated, and potentially dangerous. The next time you're presented with a miracle cure, remember, the most powerful medicine might be your own belief, for better or for worse. We've all experienced it. You meet someone attractive, charming, charismatic, and suddenly you're more inclined to believe they're also intelligent, trustworthy, and kind. This is the halo effect in action, where our overall impression of a person influences our judgments about their specific traits. But what if this effect is a carefully crafted illusion, designed to conceal something darker? Imagine a charismatic leader, adored by the public, their every flaw overlooked because of their captivating persona. They exploit the halo effect, using their charm as a smokescreen to manipulate, to deceive, to gain power. Their followers, blinded by their admiration, fail to see the true nature lurking beneath the surface. The halo effect is a chilling reminder that we're easily swayed by superficial qualities, often overlooking red flags because of our initial impressions. It highlights the danger of judging a book by its cover, of allowing our emotions to cloud our judgment. The next time you encounter someone who seems too good to be true, remember, they probably are. You learn a new word and suddenly you start seeing it everywhere. You buy a new car and now you notice the same model on every street corner. This is the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon, also known as the illusion of frequency. Our brains, primed to notice new information, create the illusion that these things are suddenly more common, when in reality, the frequency hasn't changed. But what if this phenomenon is being manipulated? Imagine a world where someone is planting these coincidences in your path, subtly feeding you information, steering your attention towards specific details. They're creating a false sense of pattern, a fabricated narrative that you readily accept because your brain is primed to see it. The Bader-Meinhof phenomenon is an unsettling reminder that our perceptions can be easily skewed, that we're susceptible to seeing patterns where none exist. It suggests that someone could be manipulating our reality, subtly shaping our experiences without our conscious awareness. The next time you experience a string of coincidences, ask yourself, is it just a quirk of perception, or is something more sinister at play? You believe in something strongly, but then you encounter evidence that contradicts your belief. Instead of changing your mind, you rationalize the evidence away, clinging to your original belief even tighter. This is cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort we experience when holding contradictory beliefs. Our minds, desperate for consistency, will go to great lengths to justify our actions and beliefs, even if it means distorting reality. But what if someone is exploiting this dissonance, feeding you misinformation, reinforcing your biases, pushing you further into your echo chamber? They understand your need for consistency, and they use it to control your perceptions, to manipulate your worldview. You become trapped in a self-perpetuating cycle of delusion, unable to see the truth because it's too painful to admit you were wrong. Cognitive dissonance is a reminder that our beliefs are powerful, often more powerful than logic or evidence. It shows how easily we can deceive ourselves, how readily we cling to comforting lies rather than face uncomfortable truths. The next time you encounter information that challenges your beliefs, resist the urge to rationalize it away. Embrace the discomfort. It might be the key to breaking free from the illusion. You walk into a store and see a $10,000 watch. You wouldn't dream of buying it. But then, you see a $500 watch, and suddenly it seems like a bargain. This is the anchoring effect, where the first piece of information we receive sets the standard for everything that follows. Our judgments are skewed by that initial anchor, even if it's completely arbitrary. But what if someone is setting these anchors, manipulating your perception of value, of normalcy, of reality itself? They understand the power of first impressions, and they use it to control your reactions, to dictate your choices. You become anchored to their narrative, accepting their version of reality as the truth, even if it's a carefully constructed illusion. The anchoring effect is a chilling reminder that our perceptions are malleable, easily swayed by seemingly insignificant details. It suggests that someone could be subtly shaping our worldview, setting the stage for manipulation and control. The next time you encounter a shocking price tag, a startling statistic, or a bold claim, remember, it might just be an anchor, designed to control your perception of what's possible. So, there you have it. 10 psychological facts that should keep you up at night, questioning every interaction, every decision, every fleeting thought. The human mind, it turns out, is a terrifyingly malleable thing, susceptible to manipulation, prone to self-deception, and easily lost in the labyrinth of its own making. But here's the real kicker. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless other psychological quirks, biases, and blind spots lurking in the shadows of our minds, waiting to be exploited. So, what can you do? Be aware, be vigilant, question everything. And maybe, just maybe, you can stay one step ahead of the puppet masters, the manipulators, the ones who know how to exploit the hidden levers of your mind. The truth is out there, but it's often buried beneath layers of perception, bias, and self-deception. Keep searching, keep questioning, and never underestimate the power of your own mind, for better or for worse.